shortcuts you need to know in Python. So the first one is the enumerate method for tracking indexes. So for example, if you have an iterable, let's say a list, let's call this my list. So I have 1, 2, 3, okay, 4, 5, 6. Let's just give the last one a string. 7. Okay. So I can iterate through this list and track the index at the same time. So to do that, I'll use the enumerate method. So to do it, for index item in enumerate my list, print index and print item. So let's look at this. All right, so we can see the indexes and we can see the items themselves. So we have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. As usual, we know Python or in programming that indexes start from 0. So that's for enumerate. So let's go to the next one, using zip to iterate over multiple iterables. So I personally love this because that's helped me a lot. And let's see how we can do this. So if we have two iterables, say two lists, so let's call this my first list. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and let's create another list called my second list. Let's call this 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So we can use the zip method to iterate through these lists at the same time. So let's see an example of how we can do that. Let's call this for j in zip my first list, my second list. Sorry, this should be my second list. Print I times j. So let's see this. So let's clear. All right, so as we can see, 1 times 6, 2 times 7, 3 times 8, 4 times 9, and so on and so forth. All right, so let's go to all and any. So this is used to check if any of the statements in an iterable is true. That's for any, and for all, it's used to check if all the statements in an iterable is true based on a given condition. So let's look at as an example. Let's create another list. So let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's call this, let's give a variable, let's call this first check. So you can say any. So here is where we give the condition. Let's call each item in the iterable number. Any number greater than 5 for number in my list. So what this is doing is actually checking if there's any number in this list that is greater than 5, right? So let's see, take this to be true. Print first check. Oh, sorry, this should be false because there's no number actually greater than 5. So I think 5 is the last number. So if we should impute 6 here, then this should be true because 6 is actually greater than 5. So let's use the all. Let's call this second check. Sorry for my choice of variables. Second check all. So state the condition, number greater than 5 for number in my list. So this is just checking if all the numbers are greater than 5 or not. Okay, so as we know, we have numbers that are less than 5. So by the time we print this, we should have false. Okay, as you can see, we have false, right? So let's go to the next one using lambda function. So this is also very helpful when you want to create an anonymous function. So let's call the function maybe add. So create a lambda, then we give the variables, and then we give the logic or the operation. So we can now call this add function and print add 2 and then probably add 5. So by the time we print, sorry, gotta call the function. So by the time we print this, let me clear this, then we should have 7. All right, as we can see, we have 7. Okay, so the last one is using ternary operator. So this is used to remove so many if-else statements. So let's say we want to check if a person is actually an adult or a minor. So we can say age is equal to 20. Then here is where we check. So we can say status is equal to adult if, sorry, age greater than equal to 18, else minor, right? So we are checking, we are using the ternary conditional operator to check if the age meets this condition. So let's print status. Let's print status and see. Okay, so we have adult. So by the time we change this to probably 17, and as we can see, we have the minor. So these are some of the time-saving shortcuts that I think you should know as a programmer, as a Python developer. So thanks, guys. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. See you in the next one.